Yo, 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 happy Friday, everybody. Sorry, I was on the telephone. Otherwise, I would have had everything a bit more organized. But I'm in a different location. Same house, just different spot. Hope everybody's having a great Friday. Hope everybody's got big plans for the weekend. Everybody, I wish them the best weekend. Wish you all the best weekend. Murphy wishes you the best weekend, too. That's right. You just sit down and relax, boy. So, few things I wanted to talk about. I brought up a few stacks of cards. I'm going to show some stuff I got, and then I was going to also talk about. I wouldn't, when you're online and you're on the internet, you put yourself out there, and there's no better way for me to say it other than you got people that aren't really that friendly or that kind or that respectful. That's fine. People are going to be that way. Are they the same way in person in real life? I don't know. I don't know. But for what I can tell you in my own, just tell you about me, I was, what you see is what you get. I'm just Maps, just a Russian dude. I mean, I'm just a regular guy. But I wanted to get some shout outs and show some love. I put it earlier in the post. I took part in a break, and it was my first break. Serious. I've seen plenty of breaks. I got buddies that do breaks, host breaks. I'm well aware of breaks. I never bought into a break before until yesterday, and it was everything that I thought would be. At a good time. It was good. It's a nice group. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's respectful. They have a break one time a week. It's primarily football and baseball. So if it's something you're interested in, Southern Sports Store. They're on Facebook. They're on Instagram. They're on Whatnot, and I believe they're on what is it? Yeah, eBay, Whatnot, Facebook, and Instagram, and it's Southern Sports Store. And Joe and the guys down there uh, treated me real nice. They're very friendly, and I had a good time. I think everybody involved had a good time, and I think as long as that you understand that when you're buying into a break, you're not guaranteed anything. And as long as you're aware of that and as long as you're okay with that and you understand that, you're good. It's fun. And you can afford to buy into it. You can do it. You're not over leveraging yourself. It's fun. It's great. So, two big thumbs up to Joe, Southern Sports Store. Great. Great guys. Other channels, Dan the card guy, Dan the card man. I'm sorry, Dan. My Australian brother. Awesome guy. Never met him. Never met him. And I don't get any, don't, nobody pays me or asks me to give them a plug. This is what I want to do, so I'm doing it. But and the card guy and card man, everybody knows Australian Dan. That's how I know him, Australian Dan. And then I like Dustin, the sports card dad. I like Bo with the Million Cup Card Project. Uh, the two guys on the sports talk, hobby talk. Two guys that I don't know if they're brothers or not. But yeah, I'll tune in and I'll watch bits and pieces of everything, and listen to a little bit of this and a little bit of that when I got time because I've got a wife, I got a family. Even though I'm not very active, very mobile, I've still got other people to take care of and other obligations. So it's this week and last week have been really busy, and I've been planning on continuing to be able to put out at least one, if not more, which I plan on doing more videos. But at least once a week so far has been working out for me. Later in the evening seems to be the best time, at least for me. And in the future, who knows? Maybe I'll be able to record videos and put them up, just upload them. You guys watch them whenever you want. But me going live, whether I have an audience of one, audience of none, people interact, people don't, it doesn't really matter because I enjoy what I'm doing. And ultimately, that's what matters the most. So, aside from that, been a wild, crazy week, but nothing that I'm not used to. Wild and crazy to me is par for the course. So it's nothing new. It's it's nothing new. My average day for me is probably something that would drive most people fucking crazy. And yeah, I don't make these videos for little kids. So if I use foul language, you know, that's what I do. When I'm an adult, granted, and, I don't have to curse or use foul language, but if I want to, I can because you know why? I can't. Camera here. And then when I show some of these cards, we'll get out there too. But Dustin, the two guys, and on that with the two guys, and then it'll transition to another speaking point that I want to cover. They were on. I'm pretty sure they're on every Thursday night. I got on it. I was listening to them, and they were just clearly they don't like Jeff Wilson. Don't know. Never met the guy. I don't know. I also don't take any type of investment advice or any type of tips from Jeff Wilson or anyone else. So if you want to not have any excuses, you eliminate them. And if you want to bet on a sure thing, you bet on yourself. That way, you only have yourself to blame. You you can count on yourself and trust yourself when you know yourself well enough. So, and then, but these two guys, they were talking about all these different grading companies, and they were just putting down all these different grading companies like TAG and HGA and CSG and ISA. And if you don't grade PSA, don't grade at all. They're junk. It's trash. Yada yada yada. That's their opinion. That's what they think. They can think it for whatever they want to think, and they can tell you that, and you can listen to them, and you can believe them, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, if you want to look at a card that's been authenticated and slabbed, and you want it, it looks nice to you, then get what you like. All right. I'm not going to tell you what to buy, what to get, but I got some examples that I'm going to show off. When I say show off, I'm not trying to flex on anything. I don't. That's not my thing. I'm not here for notoriety. And somebody commented, which goes back to what these two guys were saying yesterday, putting down every company except for PSA. And if you don't grade PSA, don't waste your time. Don't even bother. If you don't have good eyes and you can't eye test something and it's not a 10, don't send it in. Just stupid shit. All right. You don't want to be stuck with one option or no options but one. So it makes no sense to just go directly to PSA. And I'm going to show you some PSA examples, and I'm going to compare with some other guys on their grading, and I'm going to show you the differences. And I'm going to, I don't have a problem with graded cards. I personally will never turn a card in for grading unless I am right there while they're doing that shit. It's got to be done in front of me, just like anything else. I'm not going to send shit through the post. I'm not going to submit bulk anything. Too many horror stories, too much liability, too much to lose, not enough to gain. And I'm not in it for the money. I just want to collect cards. That's it. That's it. If I got nothing yesterday on this break, I was just at the money, I'd be okay with that. It doesn't bother me. I don't give a shit. It's not why I do it. Not why I do it. Like when I was a little kid and I started collecting cards, like I wasn't looking at it, man, these are gonna be worth a fortune. No. I'm gonna be able to retire when I turn 35. No, man. I wasn't doing it for like that. And I'm not saying I was short sighted, but that's not why I got into collecting cards. I got into collecting cards because I really liked sports and I really liked the players I was watching in two sports in particular. And it used to be all the sports, all the major four, and even soccer or football, whatever you want to call it. But now, basketball is my number one and football is my number two. Sometimes that really kind of fluctuate between one another. But those are my two favorites. I know the Nationals going on. Everybody's over there right now in Windy City, Chicago. I was, yeah, Chicago. Chicago's a nice place. Not really. Uh, the National. Everybody knows that, the National may not necessarily pick the greatest venues to hold this giant card show, but how they run things, they're good at that. That's their business. That's what they do. So if the bottom line is what they look at and that's what matters the most to them, then they know the people are going to come. So where it's held isn't as important to them as how much they're going to make, because they're not in it to lose money. You know what I mean? If it's an event that's held one time every year, regardless of whether it's considerably held on the East Coast, I mean, so much in the Midwest, I would, take me 8 hours to get to Chicago from here. I know this for a fact, done it many a time. So it's not that Chicago's a laborious drive by any means. It's just, I want to go to Chicago. I hate the fucking traffic. I have family out of Chicago, so love the family. That's not a family. Express of love. Mike Geo, Sports Card Nonsense. Check out the channel. Got a nice group on Facebook. For the most part, you always got your bad apples, and I advocate for anybody that I feel is being mistreated, whether it be online in real life. And if you know me, and if you ever had a chance to actually interact with me, you realize that I'm not a bad guy. I'm actually quite a good guy. I'm not toot my own horn or pat myself on the back. I'm just telling you that I got your back. I don't have to even know you. And you know what? If you needed assistance, I would help you. I wouldn't expect anything. I mean, my reward is you being out of a predicament. If that's all it would take. So it's always been like that to me before me, because I've been on both sides of it. So having someone that is willing to help and actually being able to help somebody, it's something that if you're in a position to do it, you should. And you can go to this post and the saying group, and like I said, I'm not dissing on anybody. I'm not even dissing on the two guys yelling about the cards graded this, cards graded that. I'm going to show you just some differences in the card grader and company's final product and the way that it just compares to some of the other guys. I thought I had some of the HGA and some of my stacks, and I just pulled up random stuff here. I've been busy. I've been busy, but not busy like you think. So, but excuse me. I got involved in one of these chats on a guy that asked a very honest, very simple, very legitimate question. How do you feel about ISA? Myself and others chimed in. You got to understand there's over 90,000 people in this group, so there are going to be comments made. And I just gave him an honest opinion, and I could give you an opinion of them because I have one of their cards, and I can tell you that they are a nice card. They do a nice job. I cannot say anything bad, and I'm going to show you some differences. And if I'm going to put any card grading company down, it's going to be PSA for the premium they demand and the shit that they put out that demands a premium. Because I've never been impressed with PSA. That's me. I like Beckett, SGC. I have no problem with ISA. I don't have any problem with CSG. I don't mind any. Fly by night guys, I get it. Some car company grading companies are not around anymore. That's just like any other business. People try to cash in on the pandemic, and that's not out of the ordinary. But some of the ones that are coming around using AI, using scanners, using other technology other than a guy with a fucking scanner and a magnifying glass, I fucking tell you what grade it is. You don't need anything like that. I don't believe in it, and unless you're doing it right in front of my face, and I no, just not gonna happen. I chimed in on it, gave my opinion on it, and ultimately said, just like anybody else would, it's whatever you like, man. If you're trying to make money on it, you got a card that's gonna grade high, and you think it's gonna get you profit, and you're in it for the money. You're not so much a collector. Shit, do it. Send it in the PSA and cross your fingers at the 10. Make sure you fill out the form right. I don't know what else to tell you. Me, as a collector, I don't care. If I find a card that happens to be graded, I'll buy it. I don't care if it's the highest grade. That doesn't matter to me. It doesn't even matter the price. That's not why I collect. I collect who I collect, and I collect what I collect, and the way I like to collect. If it's something that I like, someone I like, I'm going to get them. It's that simple. That's the way I've always been. It's the way it's going to always be. It's not going to stop. I'm not going to. I haven't adapted to anything new. All right, I haven't had to change anything that I do on my part as a collector in order to keep up with the hobby. While I've been on the sidelines, still perfectly active, and everybody else has been trying to sprout up and make themselves known. I don't care if there's not a single person that watches me or doesn't watch me, but if there is, then I appreciate it and I thank you. Because the guys that I watch or take part in and view, maybe for a little bit, maybe for entire episodes, I enjoy it. I'm not saying anything bad about the two guys on the sports hobby hotline or whatever it is. Two guys always yelling shit like that Golden up there and buying shit and telling people what dumb they are. It's just funny. You got, I don't know, you can't just, I don't know. I'm not saying they're good, I'm not saying they're bad, they're entertaining. They want to get views. Let's do how they want to get them. Good for you. Do what you do. Hey, that's your jam, you do it. But don't necessarily put people down. Same with the Facebook groups or any other social media. You can make a point and get something across to somebody without having to be disrespectful. And I get it. There's no context in the text, and a lot of the interaction on social media is basically words that are typed and then delivered via a text type format. So you can't really read into it. You can't take it. You got to take it at face value for what it is, but at the same time, you also take it personally. You shouldn't because there's no reason to. But there's a lot of people that get in their feelings, get in their head, they can't get out of it. And somebody said that I am, what did they say? Toxic positivity. I don't know what that means. Like a cult leader. They call me like a cult leader because of toxic positivity. Now, I didn't bother to Google this shit because I don't care. But I rather, you have to accept good and bad, and without being able to appreciate both, you'll never have true appreciation of either one. They both demand respect, and you have to appreciate both of them. You have to be grateful for the good things that happen and the things that aren't so good. You have to be thankful either way, because that's what life is going to give you. Life is going to give you both good and both bad. Some things you can expect, some things you can. Yeah. There's never been a human on this planet that has been rich enough, smart enough, strong enough, tall enough, fast enough to beat death. But it's not going to happen. That's a guarantee. Taxes, you got smart enough people that can fucking figure it out. Don't worry. Death, not going to happen. You can freeze yourself cryogenically, don't give a shit, implant your brain into a fucking computer and some Max Headroom shit, whatever. No, it's nonsense. Nobody's actually scared of dying. Dying isn't what people are afraid of. It's not knowing what happens when you die that people are scared of. Not knowing. But if we understood what happened, which nobody can really tell you, then we would have a better understanding of it, therefore allow us to accept it, and perhaps maybe at that point be a little more at ease with it and know that, hey, And by this point in time, as an adult, you better realize that, you're not getting any younger, motherfucker. And yeah, so that's just throwing that out there. But like I was saying, don't be a dick online. If you're really that mad and angry online, and you want to put other people down and try to make yourself feel better. I don't know, man. I'll reach out to me. I'll say a prayer for you. Talk to you. Reach out to me. I'm easy to find. My name is Max. Last name is Truber. Find me on Facebook. Trubin. Not hard. Been around for a minute. Not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. There you go. You have to excuse me. I'm gonna let the dog out. Right? So hold on, guys. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. What about somebody? Let's try to go potty. Yeah. Turn the lights off, buddy. Just let me know when you're ready. Just give me a good knock, okay? No, I'm sorry about that, guys. So yeah, I don't like all the bullshit on the internet and being online. I mainly mess with Facebook. I just discovered I had an Instagram. I posted a few pictures on it. Doesn't really, I don't know. Doesn't make any fucking sense to me. There's a bunch of pictures of cats and shit. Cats and salads. I don't know. I got nothing against cats. Got nothing against salads. I just don't know. Don't know. Don't know. But here in a minute, I'm going to show off some cards, see some stuff I got. People have been asking me to look at some stuff, and I'll show you some stuff. I grabbed up just some random stuff that I had, just a few stacks. It's not really organized at all, other than the fact I brought up some Currys and Jordans and some LeBrons and some Jokic's and some Mahomes and then just a bunch of random autos. But one thing I did do is made sure, I'm pretty sure that I've got PSAs and Beckett's and ISAs and SGCs. And, yeah, there's definitely CSG and some other stuff. So I'll show you some of the stuff I got. I've got this is just a little bit. I didn't want to bring up a lot of cards up here, depending on what you consider to be a lot. But this is not a lot of cards when it comes to the time in my collection or the amount of my collection. This is just a very small piece. It's not my most valuable cards. They're not my most valuable cards by any means. They're not my I wouldn't say they're my favorite cards. They're all my favorite cards. Every card's my favorite card. Never not like a stranger. Never met a stranger. Never had a card I didn't like. It's not to say there's players that I don't care for as much as others, but that's kind of same with all of us, right? So another thing these two guys are talking about, I'll touch on this briefly. The Good Old Boy Network. Let me tell you something. As a grown man, as an adult, as a business owner, as a real individual, there is a Good Old Boy Network in everything. This is no secret. This is nothing new. Whether it be sports cards, whether it be automotive dealers, whether it be truck drivers, it doesn't matter. There's a good, whether it be the teachers, there's the Good Old Boy Network in every facet of life. And if you haven't realized it by now, depending on how old you are, I hate to be the first one to break it to you. And if you're the first one to hear it yesterday from these guys or whatever they're on, then what they said is true, but it's not just limited to the sports cards, believe me. You know, they say what? It's not what you know, it's who you know. And for the most part, a lot of that is true. It is true. It does speak volumes, and a lot of people, depending on how much you want to buy into what they say, a lot of what people say can carry a lot of weight, and and anybody that I give any shout outs to, I do it because I want to. I do it because I've either done business with them, I've interacted with them, I've had good experience with them. I'm not going to try to lie and tell you something I don't know about somebody that I've never had any kind of dealings with. But the people that I watch, when I get a chance, I enjoy their shows. And there's other guys too. Like I said, I like J Mac. I like Steve. There's plenty of guys out there I still watch. And oh, they seem like cool dudes. I've nothing bad to say about anybody. Even the guys that I'm being a little critical of because I don't like you putting down people. If people like to get their cars graded by CSG and they're not worried about value, they just like CSG or HGA because they'll customize the slab and do a nice color match type thing and leave them fuck alone. Don't worry about what they do. Fuck you worry about it for. Do what you do with your cards. Let people do what they do with their cards. Fuck. Nobody that I listen to influences me whatsoever. I got nothing but time on my hands. So, and honestly, I don't have a whole lot of time that I spend watching fucking television or YouTube or anything else. I'm generally taking care of other family members, I just say, or family in general. So, even being in my situation, I'm still a busy guy. So, that's always going to be and will forever be priority number one. And you know, nowadays with the time of the younger generation, I think that people feel empowered to get behind the fucking computer or their phone, and they're on the fucking in the media and talking shit. And in real life, these people aren't like that. At least I don't believe a lot of them are. I think a lot of them are probably very shy, very timid, very reserved. And for the most part, they might be decent people, but I don't know. And that's not everybody. You can't, don't judge books by their covers, all that good stuff. But you got to be able to read people. You got to be able to feel them out. You got to be able to size them up. All right, that's one of the things I can do real well, real quick too. But let me check on the dog, guys. Hold on, right? It's hot outside here. You can see. There he is. That's my buddy. Get you a drink, buddy. All right, guys. So, and Derek and Joe Rosen at, sorry, knee hurts, guys. I apologize. At the Southern Sports Store, like I said, it's I'll just read everything to you here. The Southern Sports Store, buy, sell brakes. Follow us on all these platforms. They're on the Instagram, the eBay, the whatnot, and the Facebook. And if you find them on any of those platforms, the way they ran their brake is very organized, very clean, very simple. And I like the structure of it. And guess what? It works out well for everybody because based on the method of payment what percentage they're going to be able to get and how much more that is in comparison to how much it would cost to sell this exact same product on eBay or anything else. That being said, plugs to all those guys, Mike Geo at Nonsense, at Sports Car Nonsense, and it's a great group. If you guys haven't heard of it, Southern Sports Store and Sports Card Nonsense. They're both great groups, and they're both on the YouTube. They're both YouTube. They're both on the Facebook. And Mike Geo, he's one of the admins on the Sports Card Nonsense. Very knowledgeable, very intelligent guy. Not kissing anybody's ass. That's not me. I don't need to do that. I don't need any of that shit. But very intelligent, very knowledgeable. Bo, good guy over there in Chi-Town. Dan down under, enjoy him. Dustin seems like a cool dude, And I'll tell you what, I never met Jeff Wilson. I never met Gary Vee. They seem like nice guys. I don't, but there again, I'm not listening to these guys and taking what they say as gospel or what they say is, if you listen to me, you're gonna get no. I don't hear any of that shit coming out of their mouth. That's not what I'm hearing at all. But if that's what you're hearing when you're listening to them, and then you're mad if it doesn't work out in the way they thought it or they said it would, then hey man, don't be mad at them. Just be mad at you because nobody's forcing you to listen to shit as far as taking advice. And me giving you advice is nothing that I want to do unless you want me to give you advice on something I feel perfectly comfortable giving you advice and you know, whatever that may be. Sorry, it's the camera. The reason I'm using this one, like I said, I actually got a little scale with me. I'm going to weigh a PSA slab, a BCG, a CD, CSG, SGC, PSA. We're going to kind of look at them a little bit closer. Players really don't matter at this point. But I'm going to show you cards, slabs, and hopefully maybe after this we'll see. You know, if you're in it for the value, then at this point in time, in today's current age, a PSA 10 is going to be very valuable, short of, or if not more, than a BGS 10, which is not an easy thing to do. So I mean, I don't know. I myself, I like Beckett. I do. I like CSG. I do. I like SCG. I like the Tuxedo, and I like ISA. So fuck those guys and anybody else who say anything bad about ISA. Fucking dick smokers, or Tag, or GMA, all right, or HGA, all right. And if you're wanting to promote PSA, then just promote PSA, but you can do it without putting other people down or without putting other companies down. Because I'm telling you, you're going to like it a whole lot less when you're left with one option and no options. And then you're paying a premium for shit. But that's me. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to add because I didn't count how many cards. I just brought up a bunch of shit real quick. So I don't mean shit in a bad way. But I brought up some stuff real quick and I was just going to show you some of the things that I've got and what kind of things that I collect. And this is just a very small part of it. They're not my best cards. They're not my favorite cards, but they are my favorite cards because they're all my favorite cards. But first, we're going to do the slab comparison. And if I'll figure out I put a link in or something, and I'll maybe I'll put it in the chat. Smart, right? When I start showing the cards themselves. Take a drink because I'm parched here. And I got a little scale, so we're going to weigh the slabs. The cards we can estimate to weigh approximately all the same, but there's considerable difference, at least in my opinion, in the weight and the feel of it. And we'll see. I haven't weighed them yet. I haven't done this yet. And I just did it. I've been busy. Like I said, I've been a crazy fucking week. But every week's crazy. Every fucking day is crazy. So for me, it's all par for the course. It's all weighed out. It's all good. Told you I was parched. Son of a bitch. Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. Move the camera, so be patient with me, alright, guys? Just gonna take a second. While I show you cards that I got, that I collected, that I kept. I'll bullshit at the same time with you. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Sorry, guys. I'm alright, don't worry. Alright. Alright, I just gotta make some room. Chandelier, don't worry, it's fine. I think that should be okay. I think that should be alright. So, we'll do a little test here. And first, like I said, first thing I want to do is show you the difference in slabs, what I like about certain slabs versus what I don't like about certain slabs. And we're going to weigh the slabs just to see if there's a difference in weight, how much that difference is, and where does that difference come from. I have my ideas, and we'll see. We'll turn the scale on here. See if you guys can see it. I'm looking at the computer too to make sure it shows up clear. And looks like it's fairly clear. And I can play with this camera here and just adjust it a little bit more so we can understand on. Dun, 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 dun. Murphy over there. He's gonna be fine. All right. So basically, 35 minutes into it, after hearing me rattle off, and I'm not disrespecting anybody, like I said. Honestly, when I watch YouTube and I get a chance to watch, I like to watch educational stuff. I'm into nonfiction. When I'm not watching sports right now, sports, baseball. I'm in Kansas City. Got the fucking Royals. There's a lot of excitement going on. Tell you right now, Andrews not so much. Not a great success. So there it is. It's on. I'm gonna pull SGC, an older SGC before they went to. Looks like I got three SGCs up here. All right, three SGCs there. All right, here's an ISA, and what do you want? I'll do a couple PSAs since I got a couple PSAs. 1, 2, 3. I've got one ISA. Beckett, I got a few different ones I think I brought up. Hold on, amigos. Hold on, amigos. I know I got SGC there. What do we do? Go dark on this here? What's going on there? Let's get on the dark. That's what happened. That's another SGC. So clearly I like SGC. And like I said, I wish I'm sorting through a lot of stuff. So I'm not trying to make excuses. I generally eliminate excuses. But in this case, I take exception only because my excuse is that I have much on my plate right now that I did not ask for. So if you want to call that an excuse, then so be it. Otherwise, it's called life happens when it does, and fucked up shit happens all the time when you least expect it. So that's just what I can tell you. Then I can pull out one Beckett example. I'll pull out this one. And what's that number? CSG, another CSG. And I don't think it's on. All right. No. I guess we can go with that stack later. I'll just show some cards. But right now, let's just look at, these are all CSGs. I'm going to look at all three of them. Yes, they're all CSGs. All right. So, go to the camera. A little more. I got ISA, PSA, SGC, BGS, CSG. So 5 card grading companies. Now, number 1 is PSA. I know I got more ISA and I got HGA. But I don't know where the hell they all are, and I'm not going to go back downstairs because it takes a lot longer nowadays with my legs. So it is what it is. We get what we get. We don't throw fit. So let's look at each individual card, and before we weigh them, we'll just see what we got. Let's look at PSA because they're pretty much all the same. Pretty good with my hands. I can tell you these all weigh about the same. Now this is a PSA 9 clear LeBron James, and I'm just gonna have to fuck with this camera. This. So I can figure out a better way to do it. Maybe just pan out a little more. Okay, so PSA 9 Clear Traditions LeBron James rookie. Okay. The back of the PSA card. It's got a barcode on it. Okay. There's your barcode right there. It's got your QR code. It's also got the number on the back It's got the number on the front. Barcode is also on the front. The white and the red border, or the red border with the white center, is standard. The label has changed slightly throughout the years with the PSA, but for the most part, this is what you get. Information wise, year, it'll tell you the set, maker, clear, and card number, player's name, and the condition of the card, which is mint, and then at the grade of 9. And that's what we have. Now, it's a very light slab. If you have any PSA slab, these feel very light. They're very light, and let's see how much they weigh. And then as a barometer, we have another PSA of LeBron. This is Bazooka Topps rookie card variation number 223, graded at an 8. But there we go again about subjectivity, versus objectivity. But that's something else. So let's see how much a PSA slab weighs. Let's take them off. Move the camera a little bit. I got nothing but time, so if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't be doing shit else. So we can all find out. Yeah, so there we go. 0, 0. Let's clear. 0. Looks like you can see 0. We'll take LeBron slab number 1. It's measuring in ounces. 1.52 ounces on a PSA slab with a 2003 LeBron James Fleer Traditions rookie. 1.52. 152. 152. Okay. I'll try to angle this as best as I can, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, production costs are getting a little bit hardened with this recession going on. So, shit's tight. Fucking around. There you go. Clearly, I can't do anything to rotate the camera. If there is, I don't see where the fucking button is, but I promise you that it says 1.52 ounces. Let's see how accurate that stands with this Topps card, also in a PSA slab, LeBron James, all the same. Okay, so 1.52, and that is 1.52 also on the dot. Okay, so we've got 1.52 as an average of 2 PSA slabs. And you know what? While we're at it, just because at this point we're going to put a third one on here, we're going to take it out. This is a silver 2003 Upper Deck LeBron James rookie. Got another one of these raw. I got a lot of raw cards. I got a lot of graded. I got a lot of raw. I honestly don't care. And I've been collecting long enough that I know what I'm looking at and looking for when it comes to certain things. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a minute. Now, I'm sorry about this video being longer than you like, but you know what? Shit. What do you want from me? There's a reason that I'm doing this. 152 so far is the number. Here is LeBron. This is a 2003. That's an Upper Deck MVP rookie. Okay. It's PSA 8. That's silver, as it says. And I've got another one of these raw. And as you can see, that's card number 201. I hope you can see that. 201. Okay. Near mint. Near mint. Who knows why? All right. Scale 0 to 152 has been the last 2 PSA cards. All with LeBron James cards. All 1 Topps. All right. 1 Topps. 1 Fleer. And now 1 Upper Deck. Will there be a difference? Let's see. 152. All right. 3 for 3. 1.52 ounces with card, with label, for an upper deck or a tops or a Fleer LeBron James card. Basically, I would say that this would probably hold true for any standard card that PSA will holder. All right. So we looked at PSA and weights. Okay. Let's look on the next number one, next one, and their weights. We're going to look at. Okay. Let's look at SGC. I got one older SGC, and the other SGCs, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them, but they are kind of mid-modern. I don't know if I've got any more up here, but let me look real quick and I'll see. And then I'll show you some other shit. When I say shit, I don't mean that in a bad way, so don't take it as such. Okay, now we're gonna see. Brought any other SGC up here? Yeah, I did bring stuff up here. All right, perfect. All right, all right. So we got 3 SGCs. One is an older SGC. The other ones are all relatively newer to a point. So, you all right, buddy? All right, you're okay. I know you're tired. Just relax. You knew I was doing this tonight. It's all good. Anyway, no one's watching it, which is even better. So I'm not taking anybody's time away from the family. I like that a lot. It's fine. Because you know what I'm doing? Everybody's out of town right now. I'm going tomorrow. That's my in-laws' 50th wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary. I love them both to death. I just, it's unbelievable to hear that people have been married and stayed married for that long. You don't hear about that nowadays in this day and age. I pray that my wife and I were able to stay together for as long, if not longer, by God willing. So God bless them for 50 years of marriage, and I wish them another 50. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. That's what I got going on. That turned off again, but that's all right. So before I turn it back on, let's look at these cards. This is SGCs. We're going to look at 3 more modern SGCs. And by just feel of the SGCs, they are all going to be heavier than what the PSAs are. Now, with the SGCs, you get what is referred to as the tuxedo slab. And let me clear the scale out of the way. The tuxedo slab. And I know it looks backwards. It's got the grading company on it. It's got the year and the manufacturer along with the card number, player name, and here is the grade along with its rating, its associated serial number. It's got a black background with a clear plastic acrylic type. On the back, you have the card which pops because of the back being in black. And then you have the SGC that is on the actual slab and plastic itself. So, very classic design. I like it. It's clean looking. It's simple. I prefer it over the PSA by far because I could feel the difference, and we'll see if I'm right. Here's another one. And I think they grade fairly, and a lot of these cards, they're tough to grade and they're tough to keep in good condition. So also something to keep in mind. I pulled 3 of these out too, so it's going to be tit for tat in a sense, to a point. Here's a Hakeem sticker, and same thing. You got nothing different there. Everything's the same. A little bit smaller print, as you can see. So a little bit hard to read, but aesthetically, to me, they are considerably more pleasing to the eye than PSA. And I want to show you the difference in the actual material that they use. And they stack just as nice as PSA stacks. There's no crazy movement. And the last one we got here, that's a Hakeem rookie Fleer put out in '86 for their stickers, and there's a Phil Jackson. It's a rookie Phil Jackson, yes, the coach. And why they graded it 4.5, I would say a lot of it has to do with the centering. It's not in bad shape by any means. It's a really beautiful car for as old as it is. And there's the back, standard SGC stuff, tuxedo slab, beautiful. And then I've got an older SGC one here. This one is actually one of my favorites. I just don't do a whole lot with this. This is the logo, hand signed, authenticated, grade A, SGC, still tuxedo slab, beautiful card. And as you can see, that's just to me it pops much more so than the PSA. And even then, in the older ones, I'll compare. Can you see the difference just in where the dullness of the PSA slab comes into play? How much less actual slab there is? And I can get a micrometer to measure it. But as opposed to this being actual true clear acrylic on the SGC, this PSA is clearly a lot duller. And it's very noticeable, especially when you have the cards and you're looking at them up close. And I'll work on production costs and everything else as I continue my journey on this. But there's a clear difference. If you can't see it, then it's not your eyes, and it's not me going crazy. It's a shitty camera. It could be some of the lighting. I don't know. Who knows? But there is a difference. But now let's weigh them. Let's do a little bit of weight. We know we're at 152 on the SGCs or on the PSAs. So now let's see where we're at with the SGCs. So we're going to do the logo last. So let's see how much an SGC with Phil Jackson is going to weigh. 2.29. Yes, 2.29 ounces. Considerably heavier, okay, than the 1.52 that 3 PSA graded cards weigh. Okay, there's one. 229. Zeroed out. Let's see how much Hakeem weighs. If I'm not mistaken, that's Phil Jackson's old school as well. 229. Okay. Let's make sure we're not smoking the funny stuff. 229. Okay, that's 229. I told you it felt heavier by hand. I haven't weighed any of this. 229. Okay. Let's see if Steph Curry, which is going to be a more modern card, so you would assume it would be have graded more modernly, weighs 233, even a little more on Steph Curry than the 229 the other two were. That's interesting. Let's just put it down one more time. I'm going to clear this, zero it out. Okay. One more time. 230, 233. Okay. So one thing we can say, and let's go ahead and do logo. I think the logo is probably the heaviest one. That's just my feel. Let's see what we got. No, 233, just as much as the Curry. The other ones were 229. So, yeah, discernible difference. Okay, there we go. Let's look now. Let's go with CSG. Let's look at CSG. I got nothing super crazy, super special. Not to anybody but the one who owns them. Let's say that. To me, They mean something. They all mean something, otherwise I wouldn't have them. So that speaks volumes, in my opinion, of myself. I have what I have because I like it. I'm not chasing anybody. I don't need notoriety. I don't care. You know who keeps me company, who my audience is? My four-legged friend right here. He's entertained as anybody else, and that's okay with me. Okay, I'm gonna turn the scale off for just a second. Move it out of the way. We're gonna look at some CSG stuff. Okay. And like I said, I grab random stuff, and I'll show you some other stuff that I've got some pretty cool stuff that I brought up here. You saw some of the bronze stuff and some other stuff that I have. But here's CSG. They put out a beautiful, beautiful slab, in my opinion. Got the hologram that you clearly see. Let me try to get it in the right light. You can see the hologram there. It's very nice. I like that. It's very clean, very nice, very sharp. Very clear acrylic case, much more so than that foggy PSA shit. But yes, I've got PSA and I can call them shit because I can do whatever I want. It's my fucking channel. And then on the back, we have another hollow, okay, that you can't peel off because it's inside the slab, right? You can't just, it's not gonna happen. And you got another QR code as well. So they do a fine job, in my opinion. It's very clean. It's very well kept. The card doesn't float around in there at any point in time. It clearly gives you a description of the card, of the set, the number of the card, the player, barcode, number associated with it, grade, and condition. Okay? Very simple. And I'll pull into the PSA out and you can tell me if one looks a little bit, I don't know, foggy. I mean, there's a considerable difference in the way that these cards look when you're actually looking at them and comparing them side by side. I don't even need to have a good camera and you could see that the PSA looks, you're supposed to be the best company, but you put them in the cheapest, shittiest holders, and so far you're the lightest ones. And I can tell you right now that these are going to be they're going to be second place. I believe so. But here's a triple rookie of KG, Jermaine O'Neal, and Kobe Bean, CSG 7.5. It's a beautiful card. They graded fairly. These are tough to grade. And you already saw Iverson. Another one I pulled out is this Bill Walton autograph big man out of 25. They graded a 9. It's a really clean auto Bill Walton. Let's see, 25 up there. And they gave the autograph a 10. Clearly, great minds think alike. So now I want to weigh these guys. We're going to weigh these guys. That's what we're going to do. We're going to weigh these guys, and we got 2 more grading companies to do. And I'm just going to show you guys some cards, and then I'm going to call it good for tonight because this is my longest stream ever, all time ever. We only had 6 episodes, so make sure that's in the picture. Everything good, 0, clear, everything Jake. And Bill Walton weighs 2.05. ounces. As I was suspecting just by the field test, and I got mechanics hands, whatever you want to call them. I can tell you how heavy some is. It's a gift. Not everybody can do it, but that's okay. I'm not bragging to some of these things. So we got a little over 2 ounces. That was Bill Walton, 205. Let's see what Mr. Iverson weighs. Now, Mr. Iverson does feel a little bit lighter. I'm going to tell you that right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't quite reach that, but I bet you he's still heavier than any PSA we've rated weight so far. 201. Still heavier than any PSA by over. We got 205, very consistent. 205, 205, and then what was that? 203 on Iverson, and all quality stuff. I would say one of my favorites for last. Hold on, let me see what I got. BGS is a little bit different. PSA is all vanilla shit, so another reason I don't like them, but that's okay. But BGS, these things are built like fucking tanks. They got different grades, different labels. They got gold, they got black, they got silver, they got white, they got this, they got that, they got boogity boogity boogity. They got it all. And they got beautiful cards. Let me turn the scale off again. And we get these out of the way. Show these cards. Show you why I like BGS. BGS and SGC, they're, in my opinion, hands down, probably the best guys. I think so. I like ISA. I have no beef at all with them, and I'll show you why. Like I said, I'll save them for last. PSA, those guys, they just like to take everybody's money. People are fucking drinking the Kool-Aid on these idiots. They don't give a shit about you or the cards they grade. If you think they got the best people, if you think that for whatever reason they got the best graders, they don't. They're fucking scam artists, and they fuck shit up more than anybody else. Grab these guys real quick and show you what I'm working with. A few like that. I don't want to do that one to avoid the damage, but then I can also weigh one of these and subtract it. When I say one of these, that's fine. We'll do that rather than pull these guys out. They've been tagged. This one isn't, so that's gonna. You know what? I don't even need to do that because I'll be able to subtract. There's enough a difference between one of these that hasn't got the holder on it and the authenticity, the rebate, which doesn't make any difference because if you don't know how to spot a fake of a certain card or player or autograph, then you probably shouldn't buy them. That being said, we have. Let me get these organized because there's 3 different BGSs that I'm going to show you in this particular case, and then we're going to be done. I don't have a black label one up here, though, I don't think. But I do have a gold, a couple silvers, and I got some whites. But I know I do have a couple golds downstairs. I'd have to go through it. That'd be another video of you guys taking a look downstairs, and I'll take you around and you can see this card shop of a basement that I have. But here's an authentic Michael Jordan 1986, which is the 85-86 season. Okay. Star card by Beckett, graded, authenticated. Center 8.5, edges 9.5, corners were what is that? I graded 6, and then the surface is a 6.5 overall. 6.5, excellent mint. You can have all the description right up here. 86 star Michael Jordan, number 1 Michael Jordan CL. CL stands for checklist. There's the grade 6.5. There's the condition X Mint Plus, and there's the barcode of the card. Wonderful clear acrylic again, very easy to read. You turn it over on the back, you see the back of the card, and then you have Beckett, most trusted grading source in the universe. And they are a heavy duty slab. They don't move. They're not designed to move. They're in there. They're not moving. Then here's one of my other favorites here. Another Jordan on the 86 star, 85, 86. In case you're not aware of how the season would work. Season starts in 85, ends in 86. Same thing here, except this one's got eBay authentication on it, which there again, been doing this long enough, you know I've got a lot of star cards, and you can easily be able to spot whether it's a second or type 2 or a reprint or a counterfeit versus an authentic one. There's always a difference. There's another star, 6.5s. This one's a picture, so all right. And then I was going to show you, I'll show you one more star card that I brought up. It's also super cool. It's probably one of my favorites. This is the 5x7 85 star Jordan rookie, true rookie. Big boy. I've got a lot of these 5x7s. I love them. Wonderful cards. Wonderful cards. This one wouldn't grade more than any of those other ones if the, if even that high. I've never had a need to get it graded, so I'm good. I've got a bunch of these 5x7s, not only Jordan, but quite a bit of other ones, but I'll show that one while I was on this whole Jordan kick. But yeah, it's a wonderful card. It's a beautiful card. A lot of times what happens on eBay, when I see them list these and then give the authenticity guarantee, they'll have this card labeled as a CB1. And they do that because CB, Chicago Bull, 1, Michael Jordan, Chicago Bull, forward. But if they mislabel this card on eBay as a CB1 and it reaches that $250 mark for authenticity guarantee, there is no CB1 anywhere on here. So if it's mislabeled, it will not get authenticated because it's number one. There's no CB1. You can't make up a CB1 just because you want to. That's not how it works. And if you ever want to know how to spot fakes on anything Jordan related, I will be more than happy to put a video out on that, whether it's Star, whether it's Fleer, doesn't matter. And then I'm going to show you some silver BGSs. There's Jordan. There's nothing special about that. It's a mint 9. It's a silver label BGS. You look, it does not have any of the subs on it, but that's okay. Also very clear acrylic, very clean, makes it pop even more so, I think, in my opinion. I could compare it to a PSA, but you know that foggy fuck already. Here's another silver. This one's going to be back in 98, 99 season. It's authentic back-to-back Jordan. It's a nice card. It's a beautiful card. To me, it's a beautiful card. I don't care how perfect it is. The corners are a little rough if you really sit there and nitpick it. But it's a chrome. It's a back-to-back. That's one of my favorite cards. And it's a silver. And then I got black label stuff downstairs, but this one I knew I had laying around close, so I grabbed it. And this is a three-way Lendell White. We got Matt Leinart. We got Reggie Bush, 9.5. All subs, all 9.5s. Gold label Beckett. So it's a nice card. And it was graded fairly. It's tough to get a 10, black label stuff. I've got a few. But let's weigh these real quick, and then we're going to do the last card, and then I'm just going to show you some cards, some stuff I got, some other stuff I got, rather than, if you're still on here, great. I'm going to write down in the chat room or the chat where I start. I think I was at 35 or so minutes. I start showing off cards and weighing them, etc. And then we'll be able, what we'll do is to compensate for whatever additional weight the plastic holds on that, we'll be able to subtract it from this one that doesn't have any plastic if it makes that much of a difference of an impact, if you will. So let's do the 3 weights. And so far, I can tell you, just my feel, they are going to be the heaviest. Woo! I'm okay, guys. We're all right. I can tell you by feel that Murphy's all freaked out. He's all right. We're going to fix everybody up here. Turn it on. Sure, we got the light. All right, we're zeroed out. So first, since we know that these 3 are going to be identical, we'll grade the first Jordan and make sure 2.5 right there. That is with no protector on it. So 2.5 on the first one, white label. This is with protector. 2.47. Let's hold on a second. You would think that okay, 2.5. So we're going to go with 2.5. We weighted twice, 3 times, just in case. Here, let's clear it. Zero it. .5. Okay, it's good enough for me. So 2.5, 2.5, and then the third one. 2.5. Okay, so white labels, we're all 2.5. The protector made no difference as far as weight, one way or the other. That's the way of the silvers. .61. Granted, it is a chrome, but I would not imagine it made that much difference. But let's try this upper deck and see what that one weighs. 2.58. Oh. So I'll move to 261. I'm going to pick it up again. I saw that 261. Make sure I get it center. .258, 254, 258, 254. Hold on. I saw 261 again. There's that 258. So 240. Okay, clear. 0. Make sure. Good. 261, 258. So between this minute fluctuation between the silvers, we're going to say that they're going to be between an average of 261 and 258. Let's call it 259. And then the gold, no protector on it. So it's 2.5. This one actually feels like it's quite a bit heavier, but there again, everything thus far, the lightest, shittiest tab or slab has been the PSA. So, what does that mean? Whatever you want it to mean. Might not mean anything. But why are the other slabs heavier and clear? Why does it look like they're more well put together and built and just a lot solid of a product? And let's call my last one. This is the one that I really like ISA. I'll show you and I'll tell you why. It's very simple. Let's get out of the way. This last one that I'm going to show you guys some cars and let you guys get back to your lives. Obviously, the disabled guy doesn't have a whole lot to do tonight. Here's a LeBron. Okay, it's 21. It's been Donruss Optic. It's number 41, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a 9 mint, followed by the associated serial number. There's the company. There's their logo. And if you look at it, it's a nice clean label. It's a tuxedo type, similar to what SGC puts out. Okay. And what I really like about the company, the back, very similar to SGC. It's got cutouts here. Doesn't really show up that great on the camera. You can kind of see this one. Makes it pop a little bit more. The back is what I like the best. You've got company, okay. You got the barcode, got the associated number. Then you've got when it was authenticated. To me, that's pretty important. I know it's not the best shot of it, but it's a really clean card. I think they did a really fair job doing it. I think it's a really nice, it's a really nice slab. It's got clear acrylic, just like all the other guys except for PSA. And let's see, by weight, I'm going to say that it's probably, there's like a 3-way tie for second place. So I'll tell you who's in last. It's not going to be ISA. Let's zero it. Let's clear it. Make sure we got a nice good shot at the weight. And just by the feel, I'm going to say that it's considerably more. 1.9. Oh, sure. Let's see. Hold on. It's clear. 0. That's fair assessment. Between 187 between 187 and 1.9, so let's call it 188, 189. Still more than the PSA's way, and with, in my opinion, a better, more complete, nicer overall slab. PSA's just vanilla. I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. We're done weighing cards. So I showed you some graded stuff. There's some other graded stuff. Let me move this out of the way. Bear with me for a second, guys. I'll show you some other stuff here. I didn't know how long this was going to take, but like I said, I'm not in any time restraints personally, so it's not like I got a whole lot to do until tomorrow. Then I got a bunch of shit to do, but that's neither here nor there. This is also, like I said, just a few card stacks that I happen to pick up downstairs. I brought up, so this is what I'm going to share with you. Here's 86 Fleer sticker, Michael Jordan 86 Fleer rookie. authenticated, all that good stuff. I don't need it to be graded to tell you that it's not going to be a 10 because of the centering, but aside from that, it's a beautiful card. Here's the gold LeBron Topps Bazooka parallel. And when I tell you it's an immaculate card, it really is. Both front and back. Really beautiful card. There's another silver LeBron upper deck. Also, I fuck it to death and tell you that it's just as good as a 9 or anything else that PSA's graded. But there's that. What else did I bring up here? I brought some of the Currys up here. I already showed you one, but here's a Curry triple rookie thread with Malachi Flynn and Johnny Flynn and Tyreek Evans threads, and this one is number 2/100, and it's number 77, which is my birth year, so I like it. And so I bought it. There's another rookie with Harden, and also we got there's Gerald Henderson. So another rookie. That's not a rookie. It's second year. I've got quite a bit of stuff. There's the Panini season update. There's another second year. There's upper deck rookie. Another one. There's another one. There's another one. I've got a bunch more downstairs. Showed you the Browns, showed you those. There's a couple cool autos, some of my favorite cards. What's it, number 2? Yeah. So here's a Pat Riley auto, and it's one of my favorite cards, one of my favorite people. Pat Riley, numbered. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's numbered 49. But Pat Riley auto, awesome player, awesome coach, awesome human being. One of my first personal favorite. There's a Kareem auto, retired. It's numbered out of 10. It's a really nice card, one of my favorites. And it is numbered out of 10 unless I've lost my mind. But I'm pretty sure I haven't lost my mind. Yeah, you can see right there. I'm sorry. So, yeah, there's Kareem. Let's show you. Like, I bought players and got players and full packs, etc., etc. Here's a Christian Braun rookie patch auto numbered to 199. I actually went to the high school that I went to. We graduated from the same place. Here's a Leaf Braun autograph. I love the Leaf products. Never say anything bad about them. Another Christian Braun auto, Heir Apparent, link card. And another Christian Braun auto. Just a stack of Christian Braun rookies. And I got more. This is just some of the stuff I grabbed. Let's look at this. Here's some of my Jokic stuff. I was buying Jokic way before anybody else started buying Jokic. I saw the talent. I'm good like that. You know who else is talented that I really like? I didn't bring any up here, but I got a lot of the stuff. And I'm not trying to influence you on who to buy. I'm not telling you who to buy. But if you haven't seen Kenneth Lofton Jr., no relation to the baseball player, then you really need to check him out. This kid is going to be something special. I'm not telling you to buy his cards. I'm just telling you to give him a look. I'm not telling you to do anything with this card or invest in any of his cards. I'm telling you, as a basketball fan, to take a look at this kid, look at his game, and you would be impressed. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, let's look at some of my Jokic stuff. I'm pretty sure. Just make sure. I might have brought my auto. I do have a Jokic auto. I got a bunch of Jokic rookies. I'll show you here in a second. Let's see if I got an auto. I thought I had my auto right here. But I do have a nice auto of them. It's a fractal. Yeah, there it is. There's my Jokic auto. And then it should be pretty much. I got mainly rookie and second year stuff and some other insert parallel stuff. Oops, sorry, camera. But Jokic auto, it's in great shape. It's Revolution. It's fractal. And it's numbered out of 100. So it's a great card. One of my favorite players. I didn't start buying cards when everybody else I've been buying cards. I got more downstairs, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 or 7 second years. I got a. Sorry, you guys want to see some cards? I was going to show you some cards. I might have to make another video and show you all these other autographs tomorrow. Maybe I brought too much up. I was just fucking making. No, I can't do it tomorrow because I'll be in burn. There's a Dominator. There's a Dominance. There's an All-Star. And an Obsidian. Jokic. Nice little recon. Jokic there. And the Dominators. A sticker. I've got a little sticker there. So we got what else? Parallel. No, I got a bunch more downstairs. Another recon. This is just a bunch of Jokic. Here's a select. One of my favorite ones also. What year is that one? Yeah, 21. Yeah. 21 select. And that's going to be a concourse. Yeah, concourse. Oh, sorry. Cameraman. Apologize. Tripod. Try it. Let's do like that. There we go. There's a stack of Jokic's. Bunch of rookies. You saw some of Curry's. You saw Bill Jabbar. I can show you a bunch of my homes. And I got some Jordan rookies. I got Jordan rookies too, obviously. Man. There, there's a Shaq. It's an auto. That's one of the Future Shop ones. and signed. There's National Treasure, second year at Dame Time, numbered out of 99. To me, my autos are 101. There's some baseball. I like baseball too, just not like everyone else. There's a Derek Jeter auto. There's my other Jeter auto. There's one of my Herschel autos. There's one of my Dr. J autos. There's a James Worthy auto. There's Dan Marino auto. There we got Ted Williams auto. There's Willie Mays auto. There's one of my Rodman autos. There's a Brooke Lopez auto out of 10, rookie. Can't help but like that. Here's one of my favorites. It's a Shaq and Lonzo dual auto. Yeah, it's awesome. Here's one of my Jordan autos. I've got 3 total. This one I didn't get authenticated yet, but it's authentic. There's Alex English auto, numbered out of 99, I believe. Numbered out of 99. Oh, shit, that's the light shit. I apologize. No auto, but Chrome 40th anniversary, Topps 40th anniversary, Jordan. It's a beautiful card. It's not the ER, but it's still a Chrome and it's beautiful. It is a really nice card. Very clean, very nice. I'll show you a few more autos. Let's see. There's one of my favorites. That's Moses Malone auto, hand signed in person. That's the great Wes Unseld, both legends, both deceased, and rest in peace. There's one of my Kevin McHale autos. Another one of my Kevin McHale autos. Here's Glenn Rice auto. I wonder if it was numbered. Was it numbered? Yeah, it's numbered out of 99. It really is. Here's another one of my favorites. This one's numbered out of, my eyes are getting worse and worse. This one was numbered out of 49, the Admiral. David Robinson auto, numbered out of 49. There's Carmelo rookie, game worn relic. Excuse me. There's some COAs that I've got. There's a card that's significant for me because during the 92, 93 Orlando All-Star Weekend, I was actually there for the Stay in School All-Star Jam, and I got to see, well, I was fortunate to meet Mr. Jordan, and it was an amazing moment along with Mr. O'Neal, and it was really wonderful. And no, that is not where I got autographs necessarily, but really cool card and means something to me, sentimental. I'll go through another little bit of autographs and we'll call it good. Here's an Eddie Stanky auto. There's an Aaron Judge auto. I think I've just got the one Aaron Judge auto. Here's one of my Larry Bird autos. I've got a couple of Larry Bird autos. And yes, they're real autos. There's Barry Sanders auto. There's Tom Brady auto. And yes, I have a shit ton of Tom Brady rookies. There's Reggie, Mr. October auto. There's Bob Gibson on car auto. Yes, everything is authentic and real. Here is the Dream auto. I think this one's numbered. Yeah, numbered at 99. Let's see. Here's one of my Wilt Chamberlain autos. It's a Basketball Heroes. And if you read it, then it is Wilt's card and kind of a bio on Wilt. And there's Wilt's autograph on it as well. And my other autograph, one of my favorite cards, is Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain dual auto on card, hand signed by both of these great men and champions. That's in excellent condition. One of my favorites. And then I got Johnny Bench autograph. There's Sam Jones autograph. I think this is numbered out of 99 if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me, it is numbered, but it's 199, not 99. And Sam Jones, if you don't know, like Bill Russell has 11 rings, Sam Jones has 10 rings. I got a small stack. I got 2 more stacks of autographs and just my homes and all kinds of stuff. But going on an hour and 40 minutes, I think we're probably good after this. Here's my other Moses Malone auto. Love Moses. And Moses Malone too. Here's Pete Rose, hand signed autograph. And there's a George Brett, which I actually have met more than once, autograph. This is 87, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 87 there. Here's a Jason Kidd on card auto. This is from Classic. So there's its COA. Congratulations, you got Jason Kidd. So that's cool. And then here's my other Dr. J hand signed auto. The actual hand signed, because there's the other Dr. J that's etched in, but this is signed, and I got COA with this one. So guys, listen, we've spent an hour and 40 minutes nearly of talking and showing some stuff. I've got, like I said, 2 more stacks of stuff that I just brought up to show you. But listen, it's getting late. I'm getting tired. I've got to drive out tomorrow. I wish everybody a great weekend. I'm going to get back on my phone for a second. There we go. Hey, it's me. Hey. But like I said, that's some of the stuff I have. I really like autographs. I like on-card autos a lot. I'm not scared of spending money. I don't mind buying graded cards. I won't grade a card unless it's done in front of me with me right there. Otherwise, I don't need it. And my advice, if you're into graded cards, you like buying graded cards, because there's plenty of them out there, then one thing I would do is make sure if there's no COA, which is a certificate of authenticity, then at least do your due diligence and compare known good signatures, whether you do it at Beckett's website or PSA, or there's a lot of ways to look and see how a signature should look. And at times people do sign differently. No 2 signatures are alike, but At the same time, there are certain markers of consistency in handwriting that it's a natural flow when you sign. So you flow when you sign. It's just natural. But after a while, if you signed enough, if you bought a house and you've signed enough paperwork, at the end of signing it all, you're like, I don't want to sign dick else. I'm done. But now that I'm talking about Mahomes and signing, I met Mr. Mahomes. When I did have a chance to get him to sign something. I was going to show you. I got a bunch of Taysom Hill stuff, autograph Taysom Hill stuff. There's Taysom Hill, Taysom Hill, Taysom Hill, Taysom Hill, Taysom Hill. But I know I got me a Patty. There's a Marcus Morris, local boy, auto. Where's Patty at? I know I got Patty somewhere. He's got to be here somewhere. Where are you, Pat? Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, here's. I got a bunch of Austin Reeves stuff. Here's a. I don't know how much this car's worth anymore, but it's a Contenders Taysom Hill auto, numbered out of 49. That's in mint condition. So this card used to be worth quite a bit because I do believe it is his actual rookie card. It's his auto. And there's another Taysom Hill auto, numbered out of Buckner knows. It's numbered out of something. I'm thinking it is, but it might not be. It might not be. God, let's take some Hill tangent. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I got a bunch of Taysom Hill stuff. I got a bunch of Austin Reeves too. Like I said, I started buying Austin Reeves when I saw him play the first time. I'm like, this kid is dope. This kid is special. Yeah, you guys are sleeping on him. That's okay. Same with AC Alex Caruso. There's another Taysom Hill auto, numbered 50. Iguodala auto, rookie. There's a Caruso rookie auto. Chris Middleton rookie auto patch. No, not patch on that one. Here's a Chris Middleton rookie auto patch. There's a Kenny Skywalker right there. Auto. There we go, Joey Meeks. Auto. This one I like mainly because I really like the patch on this one. But here's Luke. Here's Luke with a nice ass patch. Big ass Celtics patch. I like that. That's the rookie. Is it rookie? Might not be. Another AC right there. Another auto. I got a bunch of groups. I love his game. Love his attitude. He's a fighter. He's a mensch. That's what we call him. That's what we say. Shit, we might as well finish this fucking. We're just gonna finish this stack, and then we'll call it a night. Or until I get on the home. There's another Caruso auto rookie. Yeah, I got a bunch of Austin Reeves stuff. There we go. There's a D Brown. There's a relic. Remember D Brown from back in the day? I do. Here's Jimmy Evans and Gordon Hayward. Rookie autos. Number to 49. Here's a Steph Curry 30. Auto. Hand signed. COA. Here's my second Jordan. Back to back. Auto. COA. Here's my third Jordan. Auto. COA also. Here's my other Herschel. Here's Stafford. Here's my Patty. This is 2019, so MVP year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah. It's named MVP. So yeah, that was really cool. That's really cool. And I got Jokic. There's the Thanasis Antetokounmpo, Giannis's brother, autograph. There's a Leaf. Like I said, love Leaf products. Won't ever hear me diss on Leaf. Nikola Jokic. Rookie auto, numbered out of 5, I think. Out of 7, I'm sorry. Numbered out of 7. Numbered out of 7. So a lot of autos. I'm not going to go through my stack of the home rookies and everything else, even though I literally got a stack of the home rookies. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 6 Austin Reeve rookies of different kinds, different variations. I got a few more. I got several more, and I got a bunch of autos. There's an acetate one that I like too. And that one, it's a nice one. And I got a bunch of numbered stuff of Austin Reeves, and then what's this? There's a bunch of 86 Fleer, a couple of Magic Johnsons. I got many 86 Fleer. I buy that shit for $1 a pack. And some Barry Bonds, yada yada yada. That last stack I got some but Mahomes rookies primarily, and second year stuff, and a few other things. But guys, I know there wasn't a whole lot of people on tonight, and that's fine. I don't expect there to be, and that's okay. I don't, I do it for you guys, but I do it for myself just as much because it gives me something to do. And you know what? It's positive toxicity. I don't even know what that dumb shit means, but yeah, somebody said that. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Positive toxicity. It sounds like stupid shit to me that somebody has made up. But if you want to be around a bunch of negative people that don't have anything good to ever say and want to bring you down and make you miserable, yeah, you go fuck with them. But that's not me. But it was a good show. We looked at some cards, seen a few things I had. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a great evening. Have a good night. It's 11 o'clock now. We started at 9:15, almost 2 hours in. I'm gonna make a video at least every week, and I don't think I'll get any less busy in life, but that's not going to stop me from continuing to be consistent and at least make a video a week and put it out. Friday seems to be the best night because I don't drink, I don't do shit, and I enjoy doing this. So, anybody want to ever come on with me? Come on, and throw ideas back and forth with each other. Other than that, I'll put down the card show at 35 minutes. And other than that, I look forward to talking and doing another one of these again. And you guys have a great one. Enjoy the weekend. God bless. Bye, guys.